Hi, this is a continuation of the first chapter of Escape from Atlantis. Enjoy. Ileana, there you are, missy. Out for another walk on the moat, I see. You have the ceremony of the boxes in a wee bit. Come, come, hurry now, before you are late. I look at the woman who suddenly appears, wagging her finger in my face. She's short and plump with long gray hair. A white dress and embroidered apron reach down to her feet. Her blue eyes sparkle with warning. She's standing at the end of a long wall, the moat, as she called it, urging me forward with obvious impatience. Ow! I bellow. My eyes are focused on the squealing woman, so I don't notice the low stone archway until my forehead hits it. The head thing teeters, but I snag it quickly before it crashes to the ground. Ah, Ileana, what have you done? A bruise for certain will be on your head. Look, lady, I don't know who you are, I say, rubbing the knot on my forehead, or why you keep calling me Ileana. No, it is amnesia for sure. You have lost your memory, my lady. Suddenly, I have a thought. I have no clue where I am, or even who I am. There are only two things I'm pretty sure about. One, this is not Gill Hollow, and two, this is not the 21st century. Maybe it will be easier if I fake amnesia. As much as it smarts, the nasty bump probably saved my skin. I'll need to summon up all my acting skills. Not a problem, I think. I actually had a part in my 5th grade school play. I was the third talking tulip from the left and had 6 whole lines. My dad thought I was very believable. Ooh, ooh, I moan. I sway back and forth. This time, the pesky headpiece does crash to the ground. Jewels pop off in every direction. Although I didn't intend to wreck it, I was seriously getting into my part. I'm secretly happy to be rid of it. My lady, what have you done now? Your sacred Darvit is in ruins. Who am I? I croon. I clutch my hands nervously for effect. Where am I? I swagger. Who are you? I peer into the old woman's eyes, squinting before I twirl around dramatically. From the look on her face, it's an Academy-winning performance. Ah, you have lost your mind. I knew it. What will we do? I guess you'll have to help me out, I tell her slyly. For starters, who the heck am I? Why, you are Ileana, High Priestess of Atlantis, my lady. Huh? I suddenly feel brain dead. I'm a High Priestess? In Atlantis? Like in ancient Atlantis? I almost freak out. How could this have happened? Then I remember that crumbly old book. It must have been that silly little chant I thought was harmless. Ileana, I say, trying it out. That's a strange name. Who thought that one up? Not strange at all, my lady. It is a sacred name with perfect balance. There is an L between 2 I's, an N between 2 A's, and a Y between the 2 parts. Quite special, really. I like my new name. It's dope. Jenna is too common. I mean, really, there are 3 other Jennas in the 7th grade back home, and the 8th grade back home. Then I remember my home. Yeah, I know. I wasn't so big on it before. I'm sure you remember why. We moved against my will, number 1. Number 2, I have almost no friends. And number 3, my family gets really annoying sometimes. But come on, it's still home. How will I ever get back there? Will I be stuck in ancient Atlantis forever? The thought gives me goosebumps. For a moment, I think I might faint. So, what's your name? I ask quickly. I have to distract myself. This is a tough sitch I've gotten myself into. I am Hildra, the cackly old lady says. I am your handmaiden. She bows and does a little curtsy. One of many, she adds, although I am your favorite. Her smile is funny, and I wonder if she's telling the truth. It's the same smile my baby brother Tookie gives me when he tries to get away with something. We really must be going, my lady, Hilda says, taking my arm. She pulls me through a pretty courtyard with blooming flowers, exotic trees, and colorful birds. I will help you until your memory returns, but we must hurry. You have important things to attend to. What sort of important things do high priestesses do, I wonder? I've never done anything important before. Life at home is super dull. My contribution to society is probably less than average. Except, perhaps, for the time I saved my neighbor, Mr. Bobbit. He was choking on a piece of turkey. It was the day after Thanksgiving. We'd just learned the Heimlich maneuver in health class. It was kind of gross, by the way, when that big chunk of grizzly, half-chewed turkey popped out of his mouth and hit his wife in the face. Then there was a time I slammed a 3-run homer while playing girls' softball. That even got my name in the paper. Hildra yanks my arm back. We scurry past some dudes in white gowns, like mine, and even heavier-looking darvits. Who are they? I ask. Why, the high priests, of course, Hildra exclaims. She seems to forget I know nothing. How many high priests are there? 13, just as there are 13 high priestesses. But you are the youngest, and also the most high. Most high? Rad. I try to remember if I've ever been most anything before. Besides the most my mother sometimes calls me, most precocious, most difficult, and most pig-headed. I can't think of any. How come I'm most high? Hildra looks annoyed. You do ask many questions, missy. Very well, I will practice my patience as you have lost your mind. You were a wee baby when they discovered your gifts. What gifts? Oh, little things, like making your dollies fly through the air. Hildra is getting impatient. Now come along, into the palace, my lady, before we are late. Hildra drags me inside. I have powers? Awesome powers, like making stuff fly through the air? What else can I do? Maybe this high priestess biz isn't half bad. Suddenly I'm psyched. I don't have much time to think about it, though. Hildra is walking like she's on a mission. With my rotten sense of direction, I know I'll lose her if I don't keep up. The palace looks like something from Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Pretty colored silk tapestries and gauzy material hang everywhere. They tickle my cheeks as we go from room to room. I peer inside a golden urn, wondering if there's a snake inside. Persian rugs litter the palace. My mom has a Persian rug in the dining room that Dad said cost way too much. She'd freak out if she saw this. They're scattered around like the stray socks in my bedroom on laundry day. There are gold statues of winged horses, tall pillars covered in brass, and an amazing statue of a bunch of dudes riding on dolphins. Awesome. Now sit here, Hildra commands. She practically shoves me down onto a canopy bed. The bedspread is white with an embroidered gold design, a bunch of overlapping circles that form flowers where they intersect. She certainly is bossy. I wonder if I'm supposed to take this from her. After all, I'm the most high priestess, and she's a handmaiden. Maybe Hildra is taking advantage of me. So, where are my parents, I ask. Maybe they'll set her straight. On second thought, what if they're even bossier than she is? In Idosa, the southern part of Atlantis, not expected to return for 3 more moons. They have left you in charge, my lady. Really? That thought is both scary and exciting at the same time. My real parents only allowed me to stay home alone last year. Now I'm in charge of a palace in ancient Atlantis? Talk about extremes. That's like moving from diapers into nylons in one day. Hildra yanks a hairbrush through my dark curls. Hey, I cry, can't you be a little gentler? Your hair is tangled, my lady. What have you been up to, missy? I can't tell her the truth, that I was hurled through a time tunnel into the distant past. It's like mangled vines, Hildred complains. She holds my hair by the roots, hastily brushing the snarls. But I used conditioner on the ends, I tell her, with a sigh, just like Maud Teen advised. Maud who? Hildred asks. And what, pray tell, is conditioner? She scratches her head. Huh, Missy, you really whacked your head royally this time, didn't you? I decide to let her believe what she wants. So, what is this ceremony of the boxes, I ask?